How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Gotcha Gamers? You2 here, and like I said in the end of the last video, it's been 5 seconds for me. The headphones came off, but it's been 2 days for you, and I look the exact same. So maybe I just didn't wash my clothes, and I'm the exact same after 2 days. Stinky. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about all the preservation characters now, which there are only 4 of them. So this will probably be a shorter video, but it gives me more time to dive into the intricacies of each character. Also, guys, subscribe to the channel if you like videos like these. As I've said in the previous videos, I'll have all these videos in a playlist at the end of the video. I hope you like this. I hope you like these videos. I really do, because I spent a lot of time making all these. Anyways, I want to talk about a couple things before hopping into each one of these builds now. First, the best in slot light cone is going to change a lot here, because maybe one character's best in slot light cone is not the best for someone else in this case scenario. Like for a lot of the other classes, it's kind of the same for what the best in slot light cone is. Here, that's different. So just want to let that be known up front here. Also, as I say in every single video, subs over sets. Subs over sets, guys. Make sure you're focusing on your substats first before going and worrying about sets. Make sure your character's built out properly before you start worrying about the sets we're talking about today. So get that handled first and then start farming for your set, which we're going to talk about now. Starting off at number 1 here, which is going to be everyone's fan favorite March 7th. Now, March 7th, she's arguably one of the lowest people on the tier list, because just about every preservation unit does it better than her, but she has a couple things which the other preservation characters don't have. First of all, she has a cleanse in her kit. Really big. She has an AoE attack and has a chance to freeze all the enemies on the field. That's really big. She also can provide a shield and increase aggro on that target. And for certain characters like Clara, that's really big as well. But let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room of how do you build her? How do you build this character? Because we all get her for free, and if you're a free-to-play new player coming to the game, she could be a great option for you to build. Talking about her best in slot relics now, it's going to be 4 pieces of purity. This is going to increase her defense. This is just the best overall set that you can run on her. It's going to be increasing, like I said before, the defense that character has, and be able to increase the amount of damage the shield they put out are able to absorb. So this is going to be really good for her as well. Now, talking about her best in slot light cones here, it's going to be Moment of Victory, or Day 1 is another peaceful day. MOV, which is Moment of Victory, is going to be increasing the defense, effect hit rate, and the defense when they're being attacked. So this is really good for just increasing her defense all around. She needs it for her shield and effect hit rate so she can freeze enemies when she does her ultimate attack. Day 1 of my new life is also really good too, because this is going to be increasing the wearer's defense and increasing the all-type resistance of all allies by 11%. This is a team-wide buff, which means they take less damage. Your full team takes less damage with this light cone. But with those out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about these planner sets now. The 2 best planner sets is going to be Ageless or Belobog of the Architects. Either one of these will completely work for her. Just run whatever one feels best for you. Now, as far as those main and substats go, on the body, you want to be running defense on the body. For the feet, you want to run speed. For the orb, you want to run defense, and for the rope, you want to run energy regen rate. Now, the reason I say energy regen on the rope here is because energy regen helps her get ult back up faster, and speed, so she's able to keep putting shields out in your allies, because she's only able to put 1 shield out with her skill. For the substats, you're going to be wanting to run defense percentage, effect resistance, speed, and just flat defense. So this is going to be pretty much the same for every character on here except for one. Oh, and I forgot to mention, March 7th's best free-to-play option is We Are Wildfire. It'll be basically decreasing the damage dealt to all allies by 12% for 5 turns. After 5 turns, this will be canceling out like PEMDAS, and it'll just destroy their max HP. So it can work for the first 5 turns of battle. Now let's hop into the second character we get for free in the game, which is going to be Fire MC. You get them after, you know, the whole transformation happens. Let's talk about how to build Fire MC now. Now, Fire MC shields are pretty weak and puny, so let's keep that in mind for this build here. My recommendation here is going to be 2 pieces of Weathering Guard, 2 pieces of Purity. So you give her a little bit of extra defense. You give her a little bit of extra damage resistance as well, because she has an aggro on herself, which can come in clutch when trying to get the enemies to attack her and not your allies, because her shield's so lackluster. As far as her best in slot relics, obviously Moment of Victory can work here as well, or Landau's Choice, just to make sure she's getting attacked more. Like I said before, We Are Wildfire is a good free-to-play option for just about any character here. They're really just the last 2 characters we talked about. And as far as those relic sets go, I would recommend Keel or Ageless here, whatever one suits your privy more. Hopping into those main and substats now, on the body, I would say defense percentage here. For the boots, it's going to be speed. For the orb, it's going to be defense percentage. And for the rope, it's going to be defense percentage as well. You could also opt in to run energy regen rate if you want to get that ult back up just a little bit faster. For these substats, it's going to be the same as before, which is going to be defense, effect resistance, speed, and defense, or flat defense anyway. anyways. Now, hopping into our third and the best preservation character here, which is going to be Xuan. She is absolutely amazing. She provides damage resist for the whole team. She mitigates damage. She takes that damage. She heals herself back up. She self-sustains, and she gets crit rate bonus for the whole team as well. And she heals herself. Really cool there. But let's talk about how to build her, because her build is a bit different than everyone else's builds here on this list, because instead of scaling off of defense, she scaled off of her HP percentage. Now, as far as what her build is, I run her with a 2-piece speed set, 2-piece HP set. You can run her with 2-piece guard, 2-piece HP, or 2-piece purity, 2-piece HP. It's really going to depend on you on what you want to run here, if you want her to be tankier, or if you can run her with more speed, that's fine too. Now, as far as her light cones, her signature light cones obviously going to be her best in slot, but her second best in slot, I think, is actually going to be Landau's choice. Now, if you can't get either of these light cones, texture memories is going to be completely fine as well. It works out really well just to give her some extra shield whenever she gets attacked, if you need her to survive just a little bit longer. Now, those planar sets are going to be Ageless or Keel. Ageless obviously gives you more max HP, which lets you play the game better and give her a better buff and give your team a better buff. That's all I recommend there. Now, as far as the main and subsets go, HP percentage on the body. Her boots are going to be speed. Her orb is going to be either HP percentage or defense percentage, whatever one you need more of. And then finally, her rope is going to be ERR. So just make sure you're getting all these main stats here. Now, hopping into those substats. HP percentage, defense percentage, speed, and effect resistance. These are the main things you want to be focusing on your Xuan. Make her as tanky as possible because she is taking a lot of damage. But that's going to do it for the best preservation unit in the game. Let's talk about the one that you probably got while summoning for Xuan, or just by summoning on the standard banner in general, which is going to be the real general, Mr. Gepard, our real commanding officer here. Now, Gepard's really good for a couple of reasons. First of all, he puts a shield out for all of your allies, which is really really good. His ultimate cost is super low. That's the thing that puts the shield out. And if you run him right, then you can have that shield up all the time. And he also freezes enemies as well, which you're getting a full package deal here, bucko. But let's go ahead and talk about what his best in slots are. For his light cones, I recommend 4 pieces of the purity. This is just going to increase his defense, increase the strength of his shields, because his shields are super strong. As far as his light cones, obviously his signature light cone, Moments of Victory, is going to be the best for him. If not, you can run Landau's choice here as well to make sure he's getting attacked more. You want him to get attacked as much as possible so he's able to keep outputting the shield for the rest of your team. If neither of these work for you, then Textures of Memories or We Are Wildfire will also work for the free-to-play option here as well. Now, for the planar set, I do recommend Von Whack, just because it allows him to go first, which allows him to start getting his energy up faster and gives him extra energy regen rate. Energy regen is going to be really good because if he's getting attacked very often, then that gives you more chance to get your ultimate back up, which is going to be super good for him. Now, hopping into those main and subsets now, on those main stats, on the body, we're going to be running defense percentage for the body, speed for the boots, defense percentage for the orb, and energy regen rate for the rope, because we want his ultimate back up, like I said, as fast as possible. For the substats, we're running the same as just about everyone before: defense percentage, flat defense, speed, and effect resistance. You don't want him getting frozen so he can't put his shield up. You don't want him getting CC'd. So make sure he has a high effect resistance so he can keep outputting shield as much as possible. Having all this allows him to get his ultimate back up really quick, and maybe even a chance to freeze enemies with his skill attack if you want to use it. But with all of these preservations units talked about now, if you like what you saw here, like I said before, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, gamers, that's going to do it for today's video. I have playlists of every other type of video we've done like this, talking about every hunt character, talking about every abundance character. If you're watching this after the fact, the destruction won't be released as well. We saved the best for last, surely. Anyway, subscribe if you haven't already. We do have build guides on just about everyone here, as far as like singular build guides going in depth with everything here. This is just like a baseline review with no explanations. So if you have any questions or any insights or any just recommendations in general, leave them in the comment section down below, because I'll be gone for the next 2 weeks, so I'm recording everything on the same day. So like I said in the last video, see you in the next video in 2 days, and for me it'll be the next like 5 minutes, because my voice hurts because I've been recording all day. The next video will be the 7th, and then the last video will be the 8th video, which will be the linked video, which is coming out before this video, which weird, right? Anyways, bye guys, see you later. Sub if you haven't subbed already, and join the Discord as well, because I think I'll be doing a giveaway when I get back from my trip, so do that. Dr. Ratio Ruan May giveaway, Pog. Anyways, bye.